Do you know what you're going to communicate to your target audience in the whole year? Hi, I'm Aldric Toyad. When it comes to publications like magazines, they often have what we call an editorial calendar. It basically outlines what sort of topics will be covered in January, February, March, basically throughout the year. That also helps and guides the team members of that publication to identify and pitch or filter topics that would be covered in that respective period. That way there is a coherent direction for that period. And it also helps identify gaps in topics. So if you're going to repeat a certain message with an editorial calendar or calendars, if you will, you're able to see when was the last time you spoke about, say, 5G, or when was the last time you spoke about globalization within the supply chain industry. So when it comes to businesses, you also need something similar. How so? When you are trying to communicate, a business run by an individual may have an idea of what's happening. Okay? Sometimes we don't. Let's be realistic. Sometimes it's a haphazard attempt to get things out. But when it comes to a bigger organization or a larger organization, and when you have multiple functions, business functions there, you have the comms department, you have the marketing department, you have the sales department, and then you have the operations department, you have loyalty card department, and all these departments, each department or each officer or each personnel operates within their silo. But on the receiving end, consumers, people like you and I, when we see something on Facebook, for example, it becomes incongruent, it becomes inconsistent. One moment you're talking about this, suddenly it's that. So unless there is a clear direction, you are looking at 5 brilliant archers shooting in different directions, north, south, east, west, and up. Whereas what you're trying to do, perhaps as an organization, is to tackle certain issues or at certain times. So you're trying, for example, in January, you understand that in January, it's the new year. If you're in Malaysia, like in 2020, we also have the Lunar New Year, or the Chinese New Year, coming up towards the end of the month. So plot in what other events or what other promotions that could happen within this period. Now, of course, when it comes to January, the preparation should have been done in the 4th quarter last year. So when you have that, you know what will come out. You know what is going to be issued, you know what's going to happen, and when you're disseminating information, whether it's on your own platform, whether it's on your through paid platforms, through paid media or through earned media, there is a consistency of flow. So it doesn't appear too schizophrenic. You may also consider outsourcing some of the communication to partners, for instance. If you are tied with, or you partnered up with a charitable organization, you may want to let the other organization to take the lead while you ride on that communication. It's not wrong. It depends again on the business objective for that year. It depends on your marketing objectives, your communications objective. Then it is drawn out in a strategy, detailed through tactics, and executed thoroughly by the different team members or external consultants. So when there is a consistency of message, it becomes a beautiful orchestra, if you will. Otherwise, you have the strings playing one thing, the woodwinds playing another, and God knows what the soloist is doing, right? So especially when things can, in a year, end up in a lot of firefighting work, you don't want to lose sight of the direction that you are going towards, especially if you have a long-term direction and a medium-term milestone that needs to be delivered to your stakeholders. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate the gesture. I would also love to hear from you, especially if you found great value in what I've shared. Do get in touch with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or even Instagram, and here on YouTube. So leave a comment in the comment section down below. Please share my video, and if you're on YouTube, remember to hit the bell button so you can get notifications when new videos are uploaded. Once again, thank you very much for your support, encouragement, and feedback. Bye.